Hello, Crystal Coast and ENC. This is Beach Bum with the weather update, Wednesday, January 8th, 2025. And it was another cold one out there today, a high of 42 and wind chills in the lower 30s. But before we get started, let's jump into this. I know everybody's wanting to know about snow. And yes, some of the patterns have shifted east some. For you in Carteret County, I don't know yet if you're going to see it. But let's take a look. This is from the National Weather Service. Expected storm total. Biggest impacts. Heavier snow is most likely the farther north and west of where you live. That's in Carteret County. As you can see, the line for winter stuff is kind of stopping at the county line. Sorry, I know y'all don't want to hear that, but that just seems to be the facts. Now, the bad news here, you see it says 1 inch maybe, less than a 1 inch, half inch probably, around there. Well, it's not going to be snow. We're looking at ice probably more than likely, because this is North Carolina. What do you know? So, biggest impacts is going to be heavier icing, most likely the further north and west. Small amount of ice can have big impacts, especially on bridges and overpasses. So remember, if you're out driving early Saturday morning, those bridges and overpasses could be icy. Timeline. New Bern, 6 to 9 from Friday on PM, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m., and 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. is going to be our biggest impacts on the west end of the Crystal Coast. And Morehead City, your rain. It's all rain. Greenville, Kinston, you're looking at snow Friday evening to early Saturday morning. Jacksonville, you're right there along with New Bern. You're looking at ice Friday evening, all through Saturday morning. Okay. Hazards. We are looking at hazardous travel conditions, snow and ice. So keep that in mind when you're out there. And remember, really be careful when you're on the roads. 70% of all snow and ice related injuries occur in automobiles. Leave that extra space between you and the vehicle in front, because can't nobody stop on a dime on ice. Currently here on the Crystal Coast, it is 35 degrees. Wind is out the north at 7 miles an hour. And when the wind chill, it feels like 29. Here's a look at our local eastern North Carolina radar. And as you can see, it's clear skies out there. Looking real good, but it is really cold. Tonight's weather, our low is going to be around 24. I would look for 22, maybe 21 in some places. We're going to have northwest winds about 9 to 13 miles an hour, gusting up to 17. Here's a look at our 24-hour digital weather radar. Started at 7 p.m. tonight, going to 7 p.m. tomorrow night. As you can see out there, it is clear skies. Looking real good out there. Here's a look at our temperature radar for eastern North Carolina the next 24 hours. And you see them cold temperatures really do come in there at night. So what we've seen is it's going to be really cold tonight. We do have a not winter weather advisory, excuse me. We have a cold weather advisory from the National Weather Service. Please make sure you have your pets are taken care of and you are taken care of. It is going to be cold out there. Let's go ahead and take a look at our national models, the GFS air temp and the CMC air temp. And we can just see, looking here, during the days we get up there, not hot, not warm, but we're not frigid, but at night we drop on them temperatures again. The GFS shows a little higher temperatures than the CMC does, which I'm going to show you here in just a second. This is a 7-day run. There we go. Here's the CMC. And as you can see right off the bat, it's already starting off with lower temperatures than what the GFS did. Alright, let's jump over to the 7-day GFS excuse me, rain model. There we go. Ooh, I'm tongue-tied tonight. Okay, let's jump over to the rain model. I'm done. It's the rain model. I can't even talk tonight. There we go. Let's jump over to that and take a look at what that's going to be bringing in store for us. On the GFS rain model 7-day, we see Thursday and Friday rain, thunderstorm, snow, ice moving up from the southwest, as you can see right here in the center of your screen. And here it comes into North Carolina, entering western and central North Carolina mid-morning, afternoon on Friday as snow, according to this model. But this will turn to ice quickly as we watch. And there's ice right there starting to move in. That's all that pinkish right there in the middle of North Carolina. We're looking, central North Carolina could see by the end of this Saturday morning, Saturday lunchtime, could see up to 2 inches of ice on top of about an inch of snow. I mean, that's just this model here. Let's continue it on out. And here's the bad news for us here on the Crystal Coast in eastern North Carolina. This model has shifted to the east, but it looks like the cutoff line, Craven County, Carteret County. So, you know, if you're here on the coast and you're wanting to see some of that winter stuff, it's most likely not going to happen. According to this model, it's looking like rain. Craven County, Onslow County, they could see about a ½ inch of ice, according to this model. After this, we'll play it on out. As you can see, clear skies for the rest of the 6 days. Jumping over to the CMC rain model, rain and snow model. The CMC, things are a little bit different on this model. As we see, the rain, the storms are still coming up from the southwest. Here they come, starting to come into North Carolina. But right here, here's where things get a little bit different. As the CMC splits central North Carolina kind of in half. Western part of central North Carolina is probably going to see some snow. Eastern part of central North Carolina and on towards the coast is going to see ice. And Carteret County, again, you were left out of this model of seeing any winter stuff. That includes if you're listening down there around Carolina Beach, Wilmington, you're kind of excluded out of it as well. We're looking at 1 to 2 inches of ice, central North Carolina, 1 to 2 inches of snow, central North Carolina, depending on where you are in central North Carolina, and probably between a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch of sleet, freezing rain for us here on Crystal Coast, western part of the Crystal Coast, Craven County area, Onslow County, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, mostly ice. Going to be moved out of here by lunchtime, and Saturday it's going to warm up pretty quick. So this is going to, before it's moved out, it's going to turn to rain. Let's go ahead and finish playing this out. And here we see, just like the GFS, the next 6 days are clear. Going to be cold, going to have some wind, but it's going to be clear and sunny skies. Here's the 6-day detailed forecast for the Crystal Coast. As you can see, tomorrow it's going to be sunny, high near 39, 15 to 17 winds out the northwest, gusting up to around 26, 27. Tomorrow night, going to be another cold one, not as cold as tonight. It's going to be clear skies, low around 26, northwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting around 18. Here is the rest of the week, and y'all have a great day, and we will catch y'all tomorrow.